Gentlemen, thank you again for choosing Brazil for the World Cup. We really appreciate it. I know you've read stories that Sao Paulo Stadium is not quite ready, but we do have contingencies in place. Please follow me. Okay, here we are, football stadium.
Es un entonces, Steiner! Nein!
Ice got the fast surface, favor the smaller teams.
What the hell? Are we in a bloody shipping dock?
You know what? Let's move to other contingency place. Let's go. Now, in tennis, they play on different surfaces, so why not in football?
Das Gravel? Nein, in Boulevard!
Is that a dead body?
No, he's just resting. Oh, that's a dead body. The box goes out now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Power College for box score. Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock, your host here in Los Angeles, and I'm joined by 4 huge horse fans of the Danettes in Milford, Connecticut. Guys, it was D-Day today in the man cave today, with so many forms of torture to be dished out. How many were you actually dreading coming into work? How about you, Fritzy?
I wasn't dreading coming into work, but it was in the back of my mind that you know, the wheel was going to be spun today, and just the idea of some of those things that Paulie and I would have to engage in together was enough to definitely lose a couple hours sleep. On top of the basketball game ending late, I slept for about a half hour, wondering what was going to be going on today with the wheel of punishment.
See, I wasn't really anxious or worried about what it was. I knew it was either going to be body painting or on a horse. There was no way, and Dan, I don't think he cheated, but the universe was only interested in those two. I wasn't worried for a second that I was gonna have to kiss Seton and Lady and a Tramp, and to be honest, I wasn't even afraid of that, which is something I should explore.
Other than my usual, alarm clock, you've got to be kidding me, it's this early already. I was actually really excited coming to work. I love Wheel of Punishment Day. It's one of my favorite days, but there's a certain sense of I just want to get it over with because it sort of hangs over you, and this is the first step in whatever's going to happen is going to happen, so let's get it over with, and that's kind of how I feel.
Before you had a chance to spin the wheel, it almost did make it past the second hour.
Final hour coming up. Dan and the Danettes. Dan Patrick Show.
What the hell are you doing, Bill? Dude, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
It's our cameraman. He's like, I just knocked that thing over, man. I was gonna shoot that, but then I knocked it over instead.
Be calm. Charlie coming after me.
What are you doing? Reminds me 1967, Haight-Ashbury. I was there with Angie Dickinson at Hot Springs.
Angie Dickinson.
Come on, Lebowski, don't do that.
So good.
Well, there was no avoiding it, and during the third hour, it was time to pay the piper.
Here we go.
Come on. Lady and the Tramp.
What? Dirty Dancing, Dirty Dancing.
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding shirtless.
That was the first one suggested.
That was.
I really didn't have that much of a problem with that one. I like horses, and though I don't like Fritzy shirtless, I can kind of even things out. The controversy was when one of the callers called and said that, well, that's the one Dan wanted, so it shouldn't be that. Now, we all know that Dan will do anything to spin a wheel again. Like the Jay Glazer one, I don't even think there's a reason we had Jay spin again. Now, Dan did say, let's take a vote, and if it's a majority that says re-vote, I'll do it. It was 2-2. I don't know anything about majority. Usually it's not even.
Well, Dan was saying he was the tie-breaking vote.
He decided to spin again.
It could have been 1-3, and he would have tie-broken back.
Because his vote counts as 3.
That's right.
Yeah, Dan Patrick votes are not exactly democratic.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. Let's take a look at the second spin.
All right, I gave it a good spin, right?
Oh, my goodness.
This is it.
It's definitely landing on the same thing.
Whatever
we all
it
know
is,
that.
this is it.
It's going to be other team picks.
I'll let you guys react as I go to the other side.
Oh, it's worse.
Painted on shirts.
I wasn't loving that one. I thought the safer one was to just quit while we're ahead, that there was definitely worse ones on the wheel other than riding the horse shirtless. And just the idea that unless there's some, hot young lady that's going to be coming in to paint each of us, if California Chrome happens to not finish first tomorrow, I was a lot more comfortable with the initial one than the painting.
You're more comfortable with being on a horse? Why?
I just the whole painting of the jersey over your whole body, over just riding a horse with your shirt off. I think this is a far worse punishment than.
Did you ever think in your professional career this would be something you discuss? Yeah.
Never. But
when you were cracking the books at NYU, staying in on weekends, and really grinding on those tests, did you think this day would be?
No. It's very, very odd. But we're all in it together, and we can laugh at it. But again, I keep tapping Paulie on the shoulder any chance I can. Go, California Chrome's going to win, right? We're not going to have to worry about it.
And he's not kidding. He looks at you and goes, you watch the horse races. You think we got a good shot? I'm like, I wanted to tell you, it's the favorite.
It's the jinxing. I feel like the more we talk about these horrible things on the wheel of punishment, let's just be confident that California Chrome's going to get the Triple Crown, and Sidney McLovin will have to worry about what it lands on. So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow.
Paulie, was the consideration of you guys sitting back to back on the horse ever brought up?
You know what? I shouldn't give it too much thought. I tried to block it out in advance. Let me tell you something. I would have found the biggest horse I could find, the most space in the saddle, the biggest saddle. I would have used all my producing powers to find a saddle that was like a two-seater or like I don't know what, but something would have happened where there was some space.
Maybe a Clydesdale. Coming up, we'll see which Danette couldn't take the heat this morning in the meeting. And first, let's take a look at the first of two reports from McLovin at Belmont Park.
Andrew McLovin Perloff here for the Dan Patrick Show. I'm at Belmont Park, and right behind me, Triple Crown Threat California Chrome. We're going to get to know the horse a little bit better today, and you can decide for yourself. Does he have the stuff to do what hasn't been done since 1978? Come with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot let you in, sir.
Andrew Perloff, Dan Patrick Show.
I'm sorry. Our chairman, he said only certain people are allowed to come in, and you're not one of them.
NBC Sports?
Not on the list.
The horse. Look at the horse. He loves me.
I'm sorry. I can't let you in, sir.
Okay. Plan B. I found a back entrance. Come with me. We're going to go hang out with California Chrome. Actually, I'm not quite sure where California Chrome went, so we're going to have to peek around a little. I don't think this fine little filly here is California Chrome. Oh, that's not a filly. I'm corrected. Crow? No. Here we have Social Inclusion, Right Race, Belmont Stakes, wrong horse. I'm a little turned around here. I'm not sure where California Chrome went, but we will find him.
You can't be here.
That horse is here. The officials at Belmont Park have asked me to conclude my in-depth look at California Chrome from here, outside the facility. But that's okay, we got close to a champion today. I think we learned a lot about what it takes to make a great horse, and what it takes to see a great horse up close, and where to apply for those credentials next year. For the Dan Patrick Show, I'm Andrew McLovin Perloff from Belmont Park.
Welcome back to the Box Score. The big news from sports last night was the NBA Finals and LeBron's crampathon. Seton, you brought up the time you ran 2 marathons, but you had some cramps, but you were able to work your way through it. Why are you hating, man?
I don't know that I'm hating as much as I'm just a man. And can get, no, I'm kidding. No, actually, LeBron and cramps, I get it, man. Cramps are tough. But it's sort of the full-time drama that surrounds him with every foul. And 2 years ago when he was in the finals and he was getting carried off the court again, and it's like, here's this big, strong man, biggest dude out there, and it's like, dude, stop always getting carried off the court.
Well, you were being a little dramatic this morning, as we see here. Oh, what's wrong, buddy? Oh, does your little waxy hurt? Oh, are you cramping up sitting down? Oh, you poor baby.
No, I was just cracking my back. But, if I had Paulie carry me off and I was like, I look like Pookie. Dude, come on, man. Just hobble to the bench, sit down, man. All of a sudden, everybody's...
Well, there were other people hating on LeBron, especially on social media, and you guys got a surprise call from this guy to defend King James.
When your body seizes up on you, there's no chance.
So I feel bad for the guy that he's taking so much stick for it, and it's just not fair. When that happens, you can't move. There's nothing you can do.
Can you tough it out in play?
No, it's not a tough thing. If you don't think he's played through, and all those guys have played through immense pain over the years, then you're crazy.
First of all, Paulie. Oh, Landon. And secondly, secondly, why is he so passionate about the topic?
I think athletes, when they hear another athlete getting ripped by people who haven't played at a high level, they want to say this, and rarely do they actually say it. Say, you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't played at this high level. Not, Joe Schmo at the playground.
It's tough, though, when a guy who's, plays the sport that's known for the most flopping calls in to defend the guy who sort of flops a whole bunch.
But it was a cool situation, Brock, because he emailed me just before the top of the hour, said, I'm watching the show. I'd love to weigh in on this LeBron stuff. He goes, I got to go get treatment, I guess for an injury. He goes, can I? And I'm like, let's do it now. And it's kind of bonus coverage. It's cool when you think that there are people, whether it be a celebrity or an athlete, watching, and they want to weigh in, and it's nice when they have an outlet.
You guys also used last night's shenanigans to help display your acting skills in this morning's meeting.
You saw the game last night. Air conditioning was out at the Spurs Arena, over 90 degrees. I thought, so we could be in their shoes, I cranked the heat up to 90, 92 in here. And
I can feel a little bit.
It's warm.
Yeah, well, let's see how we deal with it, is what I'm saying. But yeah,
we're going to put on a 3-hour performance here in this heat.
Yeah.
I'm capable of doing an entire show. This doesn't affect me. Affect you?
No.
You?
No, I'm good.
McLovin?
Are you kidding me? I'm fine. I'm cool as a cucumber, baby. Yes, maybe there was some acting going on there, but I'll tell you, this one rang true. I do remember a couple times where temperature conditions have caused more problems for you than others.
I tend to perspire very easily.
Or cold, by the way.
Yeah.
Remember Dallas?
I'm kind of, I get cold too fast, I get hot too fast. I'm kind of very LeBron-y like that. Ooh, that's not right. So yeah, it was really hot in the studio. And,
Brock, if you want to go back, you guys may remember this, back in the old days when we were in Dan's attic, we didn't have air conditioning. His home is like this classic 110-year-old home. He does not have air conditioning in his home because he lives on the water and he generally doesn't need it. But in a third-floor studio with tons of hot equipment, there was a couple days there where we were sitting there, Seton and I in the front row, just full head to toe schwitzing.
We battled it out, though.
Yeah, like warriors.
I actually thought that was a video of Fritzy in his hotel room when it's lo mein time, and he's getting some towels and lotion ready, and that's just sort of, oh my God, I have all of this.
Chinese food does tend to make me sweat. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just all excited that I got all these different little, the lo mein, the dumplings, and the spare ribs and everything all set up. And, I start getting, I look like Ray Burris back in the 70s pitching in a 90-degree day in the summer.
Ray Burris?
Ray Burris. Well, there was more acting later in the show when Fritzy showed off his latest impression.
Fritzy surprised me with a Stan Verrett impersonation earlier today.
Coming up on SportsCenter, we'll talk NBA Finals Game 1. We'll talk about the Heat and, well, the Heat. That ain't good.
That delivery is perfect.
I know. The Heat and...
The Heat?
Yeah, I wasn't really necessarily planning on doing that this morning, but you're watching SportsCenter and everything, and you pick up little phrases or little ways that are enunciated by some of the anchors. And I was in one of my silly Friday Fritzy moods, and I just kind of threw that out there while I was sitting here in the back, and Seton started giggling about it, and I shared it again with Paulie, and I can tell from the temperature of the room that they were genuinely amused by the Stan Verrett impersonation, and we kind of went with it.
That was a great one. There's probably about 10% of our audience got that and laughed out loud. The other 10% is like, I think I know who that is on ESPN, but that was sneaky funny.
Paulie, that was one of the genuine laughs, maybe a 10% laugh that you gave there.
110%.
That
was truly funny. I was cracking up. I love sneaky humor, nothing obvious. Oh yeah. You may have got a hook on that one.
All right, up next, time for the Danettes to earn their paycheck as they tell us all about the show this week. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Box Score. Another long week in the books, boys. And as we like to do every Friday, it's time to see if you paid attention. Let's test your knowledge in another edition of
No! Your
Show? What?
I'll ask you about something that happened on the show this week. All you need to do is give me the correct answer. Row buddies can share answers, and there are no steals. Let's begin. Our first question goes to the back row. Dan told us a story this week of when he went to dinner with Patrick Ewing, and this person kicked him under the table. Who was it?
Tell me you don't know that.
Mark Jackson?
Yeah.
Mark Jackson kicked Dan under the table during that dinner.
Was it Mark Jackson?
Patrick couldn't have been funnier, candid, and I just listened. Although then I had a little bit of wine, and I said, I think Akeem is a better center than you are. And Mark Jackson kicked me under the table.
Good job, guys. That was correct. Let's go to the front row. Fritzy brought up his infamous hot box story this week. Which arena parking lot did the incident take place?
Forum? Was it? Right? I don't know. You seem pretty confident that you knew, so much that you're turning it over to me. I thought it was the Forum, because it had to be. I mean, this was. Hold on a second. KMPC talked to all of Todd's resume room, Marina Del Rey, the Blue Barn in San Bernardino. I thought it was
the Great Western Forum.
Great Western Forum.
Was it the Great Western Forum?
So they locked the windows?
Yeah, they locked the doors and closed the windows. We were going to see a Laker game, and I'm in the Great Western Forum parking lot, and they're lighting up, and I'm getting a little, what's going on here?
Secondhand smoke?
Good job, front row. It was the fabulous Forum. Back row, you're up. After Larry Bird grilled the media last weekend, Paulie looked up the distance from Indianapolis to Milford. How many miles was it?
Dang-a-rang, dude. That's brutal.
Well, Larry Bird said 800 miles away, and Milford was just about exactly 800.
You think 800?
But I feel like it was 803.
Oh, we have to get to that exact number?
Well, I don't know.
An approximate number?
Let's say 803.
I was thinking something between 8 and 1,000. Okay, you want to say 803?
8.
Wow.
Was it
803 or 803? 803. 803.
Or was it 803?
Larry knows his geography. The mothership is around 800 to 1,000 miles away, I believe. Yes, Steve.
Dan, I hate to say it, but we're also about 800 to
But I didn't report that.
Indianapolis to Milford, Connecticut is 802 miles.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. That answer is incorrect, gentlemen.
You're not going to give us that?
Sorry, no. We were looking for 802.
No. Wow.
802.
A mile off.
I like this stickler for detail. That's all right.
Wow.
So close. Front row. Al Michaels joined the show this week and shared his love for the LA Kings. How long has he been a season ticket holder?
30 years?
Yeah, it's definitely over 20. Let's go with 30.
I think 30 years.
Was it 30 years?
You know, I'm excited. This is great. This is the team of my youth growing up in Brooklyn and going to my first Ranger game when I was 7, meeting the team of my dotage. And as a King season ticket holder for 23 years, I mean, I thought I could have died and gone to heaven 2 years ago.
Sorry, guys, 23 was the answer.
You're not going to give us that. Wow.
No. In anticipation of the Stanley Cup Final coming to New York City for Game 3, Paulie looked up beer prices during the show. How much does a beer cost at Madison Square Garden?
Creepers.
I remember it wasn't quite as much as we thought it was. I think it was $8.95.
Really? There was cents involved? I thought it was something in the $7, $8 range. What, you want to say 8 or 9?
I think it's about $8, but $8.95 sort of.
Okay, he's very detailed with this. We're going to say $8.95.
A very specific answer.
At Madison Square Garden.
Was it $8.95?
I got beer prices.
Okay, how much does it cost for a large?
Standard beer price, $8.75.
Well, that's not bad.
Oh, that's a bargain.
I'm going to guess
it's actually cheaper there than in any other bar in New York City.
20 cents. 1 mile and 20 cents.
2 dimes
a mile
off.
and 20 cents on the list.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, gentlemen. And finally, front row, car buff Jay Leno called in Wednesday and said he owned exactly how many cars?
128.
Was it 128 cars?
If you don't know how many cars you have, then you have too many cars.
I see.
Right? Do you know how many cars you have right now?
Well, yeah, about 128.
No, not about.
Okay, 128.
Okay, 128.
Yeah, K-Roll. Yeah, you guys win 2-1. Yeah,
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Yeah. Coming up, we'll wrap up things here on the Box Score. Stick around.
Andrew McLovin-Perloff here at Belmont Park for the Dan Patrick Show. Now, there's been a lot of controversy about California Chrome's nasal strip. We're here to figure out, does a nasal strip really help you run faster? This is the actual nasal strip that California Chrome wears. Did he wear this actual one? Is it dirty? I'm gonna run one lap around this track without a nasal strip and time it, and then I'm gonna do it with California Chrome's actual nasal strip and see if that improves my time.
And you're off.
Does that mean go?
Go.
How'd I do?
Minute and a half, Andy. I know you could do better.
All right. Let's try this. Unfortunately, I can't get it to stick to my face, so I'm gonna have to hold it on as I run.
You're off. Come on, Andy.
How'd I do?
145 plus 15 seconds from your first time. Not too good.
I should have run with a nasal strip first. I think I pulled my hamstring. This didn't help at all. Good luck, California Chrome. You've been sold a bill of goods. I don't know if these things do anything. Hey man, it's your life. Good luck at the Belmont. Dan Patrick Show. I'm Andrew McLovin-Perloff.
Welcome back to the Box Score. Great job reporting from Belmont Park there, McLovin. Did you actually run those laps with that mini adult diaper on your face, or was that slick editing?
Nope, I actually did run those laps. I actually did pull my hamstring. I think the guys really enjoy these videos because they like whenever I call myself Andrew McLovin-Perloff in a serious way. That immediately gets a smile out of the other three deadheads. It just sounds so stupid. But that was the real deal.
It kind of reminds me of like those 24/7 Pacquiao Mayweather, things like that. You know, I smell Emmy. You know, if you expanded that series a couple more, I could see Emmy.
It's like if The Daily Show did a 24/7 version. Yes. That's sort of the vibe.
Do I really run like that? Can you guys be honest with me, by the way?
You run like that.
No, that's the one part that you faked for that you actually run very fluidly.
Yeah, because it's like one part of my body is moving in one direction, the other part is not quite going.
It's still a lot faster than me, so I'm not.
And your pelvis is always one step ahead of the rest of your body.
Yes.
Editing might help you save face, McLovin, but not when we get a hold of the original tape. Let's take a look at some of McLovin's outtakes.
Andrew McLovin-Perloff here for the Dan Patrick Show. We're here to get to know I found it back at 3. Sorry, do it again. We're going to get down to the rear. No, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, no nose jokes here. Ice, heat, something.
I love it. I think McLovin absolutely crushed it. I'm just waiting for the outtakes from this show to be made public because I think we've got some tape on there that maybe, Brock, you could certainly attest to.
Do you guys like my 3-2-1 after a mess up? I do that probably more than anybody. 3-2-1. Does that serve any purpose whatsoever?
Coming down in 3.
But there, you could have
breakdown. I like it.
If the guy was actually taping, by the way, there were many more outtakes that probably were not there because either the lens was on the camera or the mic was turned off. Those did not make the cut reel.
Oh. My blooper reel is just going to be a lot of beeps. Fritzy, who's on next week?
Reggie Miller will join us on Monday. Will Ferrell, Kenny Smith are among Tuesday's guests. And Kevin Costner is supposed to be with us on Wednesday.
For the third straight week, Kevin Costner.
Yeah, and Steve Kerr will join us by October.
Is that like, sorry we didn't have time for Matt Damon?
Right.
And then it's like, Kevin Costner.
Thanks for watching the Box Score. Set your, cramp. Or tune in weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on channel 239 on DirecTV.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the Box Score. Holy cow!